Hello everyone, I am Fred. I am the Gaming Baker. Today I'm going to attempt to recreate Mario from the Mario Brothers franchise in cake and fondant using this little template right here that I found online and printed out. This is going to be way out of my comfort zone. I'm going to use this experience to improve myself and learn upon the possible mistakes that I'm going to do throughout this entire project for easier projects that I can do. This is going to be 8 cake high with buttercream stacked up on top of each other. Everything I'm gonna do here is experimental. I am not sure how to do everything, but this is gonna be a very good learning experience for me and hopefully for you to be entertained as well. This is gonna be the baseline for me to see, okay, I need to improve on this, and this. And whenever I feel comfortable, I'm gonna redo this project with all the experience acquired from this one, the other projects I'm going to do in the future. Thank you for coming by, and I'll see you. Alright everyone, so I just wanted to show you what I did off camera. I already pre-greased my pans, lightly greased. I put the dry together, put the wet together. The recipe is going to be linked down below, but it said that the batter is going to be very liquidy, which it is. So I wanted to show you guys what it should look like, and if you have any questions that did I mess it up or anything like that, you didn't mess it up, but it's gonna look weird for a bit. So I'm just gonna put my wet and my dry together. I know it looks weird. Then some coffee. Then we're just gonna mix it until it's slump free. It's gonna look weird for a bit. I know the bowl's a bit too small, but with just a little bit of patience, you're gonna make the batter look like it should be. Be sure to scrape the bottom so that we don't have any lumps of flour or dry. Scrape the sides too if you need. This mix well. Of course I broke it. I don't care. Stuff happens. That's why you don't get the cheap whisk, people. This handle breaks on you. Bit grainy. That looks pretty good to me. I'm just going to give it a little more just in case. As you can see, the batter is really liquid, but it's supposed to be like that. Whenever it bakes, it's going to be very fluffy. Obviously, for the pans, just eye it. Try to make it even to have a even bake. But you shouldn't focus too much on that. Just give it a little bit at a time. On all 4. The recipe calls for 2, so I just doubled it. And scrape the bowl. Just the extra on the last one. I might need to transfer some from the others, which is fine. It happens. You can't be perfect on your first try. I clean this before putting it in the oven, and this one's a bit too high. It's all a learning experience here, people. You can't go too quick, else you're just gonna overshoot it or undershoot it, depending on the situation. So everything looks about even. I'm going to clean the edges, and then I'm going to put it in the oven for a bit more than half an hour. My oven's temperature's a bit lower than what it should say, and then I'll be back at the other step. Alright guys, so now that the cakes are all baked and all cooled down. I'm just gonna start stacking them to try to make it a bit easier to trim after. This is the image I'm gonna try to replicate. I'm gonna use some dowels just so that way whenever I do trim it, it doesn't start falling back and forth, hopefully. Haven't done that before. It's gonna be a learning experience anyways. I made some very light chocolate buttercream. The description is gonna have the recipe. So let's get started. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it here for now. I'm gonna put it in the fridge, let it set a little bit more, keep an eye on it. And then whenever I start trimming, hopefully it's gonna be able to put it a bit straighter. And then whenever that's there, I'm gonna put another coat of buttercream on top of it, let it set. All right, now we're gonna be working on fondant. I'm not a big fan of it, but that's the easiest way to actually do the overall, the shirt, and the boots, with amongst the mustache and all the little details. It's a lot easier to just trim it from it. So with fondant, you can either buy it or you can make it yourself. I will show you one day how to make it yourself, but just for ease of this video, I bought fondant. You need to be very careful with it. You need to have cornstarch to make sure it doesn't stick to any surface. You also need to work with it very quickly. If you don't use it, you need to put it into a hopefully closed bag that you can reseal. So I'm gonna go and color the fondant, hopefully with the gel that we have. It's gonna obtain the exact same tone that this picture has, or close enough. So let's open it up for the first time. I don't think we're going to be able to reach a much darker color, so we're going to need to deal with it, even though there's some small streaks I could probably work on. I'm going to leave that be, and then put it in a bag so whenever the cake is ready to be assembled, and when it's already trimmed, you just come back to it and just start doing the overall. Also make the red and the brown and some blank for the extra details, and I'll see you whenever everything is done. Welcome back, everyone. This is a new day. I need to just think about how am I going to tackle this, because as you can see it's leaning a little bit for some reason. Maybe I didn't stack it properly. Lesson learned. And I've never really trimmed a cake that high, or a cake before, and to actually make Mario somewhat decent, I don't know where to start exactly, so I'm just gonna do my best. I won't do the hat, because I'm gonna do the hat in modeling chocolate, so I'm just gonna start tackling it, and just a little bit by a little bit, so that way I don't cut too much, since you can always cut more and not re-add it as easily. So wish me luck. Alright everyone, so obvious change of plan. I was wasting too much, and because I didn't want to, and I wanted to just practice a bit more because I don't really know what I'm doing at the moment, I just put it on the side. So this is going to be the body itself. I'm going to make the head, the gloves, and the boots out of the excess that I'm going to trim. Hopefully that's going to be enough. If not, I'm just going to trim more of here, so that way I can rearrange it to a proper size. Then I'm going to transfer it to a baking sheet or leave it here for cutting later. So since it's a big change of plan, I'm going to take it a bit slower, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll just go put the cake in the fridge, then I'll cover it in buttercream, then I'll be back. Alright, so now the crumb coat has been cooled. I'm gonna get to the fondant and finishing touch of the cake, along with something else. So far it doesn't look that good, but hopefully with the fondant we'll be able to just cover everything and smooth it out
pretty well. Let's give it a shot.
I'm just letting you guys know that not all of the fondant footage was able to be put into the video. I didn't record the angles properly as I was doing the cake. I thought everything was fine, but it obviously wasn't. I'm terribly sorry for that, but the only footage I have for applying the fondant is with the face. I hope you guys can and still enjoy it, and I'll let you with the fast forward and the music. Thank you. All right, so that was interesting, just to say the least. My whisk broke. I couldn't stack the cake properly. It started tilting a little bit. When I started carving, I had no idea what I was doing. So I need to put it on the side to actually make it look decent enough. I didn't use enough fondant, so everything was very thin and it cracked a lot. The angles were a bit weird. The end result was not as intended. It was decent enough, but I know what I can do better next time. I already have a list here of what the next thing I need to improve. I'll try to make it more interesting and better quality next time. That's a goal. Increase the experience and the production of filming and the product itself. If you have any questions or you have any inputs, feel free to follow me on Twitter. It's going to be in the link below. And I also stream on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to come on by and just you want to watch someone stream games and talk baking if you want to, I'm open for that at any time. Everything's going to be in the description below. I'm going to leave the recipe for the cake and the buttercream. If you have any other questions, feel free to message me on either of those two platforms. And I'll see you next time.